On the battlefield, train tracks and iron wheels for the emperor we wield. Good times rhyme with war crimes through the ruins and the grime. Rolling thunder every time. War pups hold the line. For the emperor we fight. War pugs in the night. In our tanks we find might. Battle storms that take flight. A regiment fierce and bold, stories of battles told, in the fire and the cold, metal hearts never fold. Rumbling engines roar, echoes of the war, pushing forward more, victory's what we're for.
It helps if I hit that button. Warpugs, how's this going? It is Thursday. Oh, hey, Meep, how's it going, bud? Well, we are going to be jumping right back into the Norfolk Wizard game and the killing of Clippy. Now, so far, it has been much enjoyable. Bill Morgan is hanging out with Sybil. They are comparing stories about vampires and aliens. It's about to become a History Channel special, to be honest with you. And Parker is in the middle of a wondrous villain turn. It's getting nice. What's up, Caden? And Samson just played Super Punch-Out with a guy. And now he's on the way to meet up with Parker. So it's time to get right back in, Warpugs. So buckle up, sit back, let's get started. As always, guys, check the description down below for all of Bruva Alfabusa's links. Have they stopped eating the pets yet? Don't know, Troy. Don't know. Let's get right into it. Thank you, Troy. Let's go. It's time for some more Wizard, like Norfolk Wizard game. And you know what? Since we are doing the Norfolk Wizard game, and I don't feel right just diving back into it. Hold on. There we go. So we'll do this. Yes. Because we deserve it. Let's go.
Was that
This intro's too good.
just a dream? Was that dream was that just
Oh, Takamaru, thank you, bud. I appreciate that. Good afternoon. I was thinking of getting a guardsman set. Is that a good idea? I also have recommendations from the channel Endless Tavern. They do fan Warhammer songs. Dude, yeah, like, guardsman is good. Guardsman is excellent. I always recommend artillery for the Imperial Guard because it's artillery. Get yourself a couple of artillery units. And the Endless Tavern, I'll have to check them out. Thank you, bud. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
That's just not how it feels.
Yeah, it is time for that.
Really just a dream. No, that's not how it feels.
This intro is so good. Let's get into it. I had to play the intro because, good God, the intro is so damn good. I want to play that before I log in and clock into work nowadays, okay? I'm just saying.
I assume you've eaten your runny eggs.
Oh yeah, after gingerly putting away my crowning jewel.
I used to, Doug. I used to.
I went back out to my dad and ate, and just a couple of times during breakfast, I say, Dad, I appreciate you. Like, thank you. Just a couple of, little bits of, like, love from son to father.
Parker,
And his dad's going to call for a wellness check soon.
you've always been a conscientious boy. Just, of course, your words have warmed my heart. What brought this on?
I don't know, I feel like a lot in life has changed, and a lot's changed recently too, and I'm just thankful that I have a loving father in my life. A lot of people don't have that.
Oh, of course, my boy. You know I'd do anything for you, and I do appreciate the amount of help you've had with the shop. It's
it's nothing.
It's quite useful for me, and it doesn't go unappreciated, son. I'm glad I raised a boy as smart and capable as you. Not to mention kind.
Oh, this is going to get stretched. This is going to get stretched a lot.
Well, all the sentimentality is bringing something to boil in my stomach, so I think I'm going to just take a quick refresher. Do you mind watching the storefront for just a moment, and then afterwards I'll come down and you'll have the day to yourself?
Yeah, Parker wipes his face off with a napkin and says, "Sure thing, Dad."
Oh, you're the best, son. Now then, a toast, he says, with a large goblet filled with alcohol.
Alcohol?
At 10 a.m. To the Knickerbocker family.
Parker lifts his glass of milk.
They ting together. And before long, you're back at the storefront. You're left for a bit among the faded relics of that bygone age, of which is so often collected. Until there's a ring at the door.
Thank you, Tamaru. You also have questions. Is it possible for demons to completely die in a blank's presence? Yes. Yes. But what happens more times than like 99.999% of the time, it would be a very special condition for a demon to actually be wiped out from existence. What happens more often than not is they're simply banished. That's what happens more often than anything else. So, complete answer, yes, it is possible. With everything else included, not really. They would just be banished before anything else.
And in walks Samson Tuttle.
Yay!
You've made it to the Knickknackery, this place that Marvolo is supposedly going to show up. The last seen place of a guy called Cyrus. And at the front of it is a relatively weedy-looking young man who is, Parker, what were you doing in the front desk, just while no one was around?
Parker is fiddling with a coin of uncertain origin, sort of playing with it in his fingers. Doing that thing where you let it fall from finger to finger and back and forth.
Oh, that's really cool. And hard. Can you roll me a Dex performance?
Dex performance? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dex 3, and then... Where is this? Dex performance?
Is performance not
I
a
love the
skill?
elevator music.
No.
I'm stupid. Yeah, they changed it. It's art. It's performance and vampire. My mistake.
Okay.
Just do
Yeah, you can only perform if you're a vampire.
yeah. Just
Nice.
do Dex expression, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. That's probably not the right one.
I'll just roll 3d10s.
There
you go.
How about that?
Yeah, there you go. I'm
Okay.
a real DM. One success, you're able to do this without fucking it up as the basketball player enters into your store.
All right, and as he walks in, I palm the coin, and I say, "Welcome to the Knickknackery. How can I help you?"
Oh, just taking a look around for a moment, looking to get something for my mom. I figured I might find something interesting in here.
Parker nods and says, "You wouldn't be the first. If you would like, I can help you find something for her. What does your mom like in an antique?"
Samson is trying very hard not to shit talk his mom.
The correct answer is my father.
No, he's over. He's halfway across the country in a stolen Winnebago. He's fine.
Leatherface, yes, Doug.
How about this for an idea? She got a real liking for like old antique bottles.
Bottles. Interesting.
Yeah, you know how bottles back in the day were like real thick glass with some real nice ornamentation on them, could look in strange shapes and whatnot.
Say no more. We have a selection of authentic Victorian bottles that I know that she'll love. And if that's a little bit pricey, we have some less authentic but rather accurate looking bottles of the same make.
Nice. I'll
Nice.
take a look at that. Give me just a second.
Sure.
Thank you, Troy. Aren't demons just chaos gods discarded skin cells? No. Actually, no. What winds up happening... Okay. The way you can consider... Let's take Nurgle, for instance. Let's just take Nurgle. That'll be the best... That'll be probably the easiest one to kind of point out. Nurgle is... He may have started off as several, but he has become one. So each individual action spawns energy within the warp that is devoured by demons that have representation of that particular action or emotion. So they're not really discarded skin cells. Imagine if you filled up your entire room. It's kind of hard to explain with the Chaos Gods because they can be anywhere in the warp and nowhere. They can be in one central location while at the same time throughout the galaxy. It really is kind of it's paradoxical, okay? They're not discarded skin, what would be considered discarded skin cells. They're more... Demons would be more aspects of the greater whole. So, like, a changer of ways is an aspect of Zinch. It's a part of him. It's a part of him, but it is not him at the same time. So he gives it power. I'm struggling to find a good analogy that would fit somewhere in the animal kingdom, and I'm really struggling to get a hold of it. Everything is controlled by Tzeentch as far as his army would go, his demons would go. But the individual demon can act on their own, the kind of autonomously. Those same said demons can be reabsorbed into the greater whole that is Tzeentch at any point. And he can create 4 more if he would like to. It really just does come as with whatever the Chaos God has the power to actually do. Right, Joshua. It's a little splinter, but it's not the tree. And the splinter can come back into the tree. Even better, Bloody. Even better. Demons are compartmentalization given autonomy. This is true. Mortals don't turn into demons, Jedi. What winds up happening is they give up their soul. They give up their soul and are given a suffusion of warp energy to fill in the gap that their soul left behind. So they stay in control, but they're at the same time, once they do that, they can't take it back. You can't take it back once you've given up the soul. Thank you, Atak Maru. Another question about the assassin of 40k. Was there an assassin that was essentially living shape-shifting bioweapon? That's a Calidus, and their video on them is getting finished this weekend. I would have had it out last week, but I found out, much to my irritation, that the entire last half of a 2.5-hour recording session that I did, the audio was completely corrupted. So be looking out for that. That video is coming out this weekend. And I got a special guest in there too. Let's go.
I'll be here.
Thank you,
That's
Top Maru.
awesome. Bill and
Thank
Sybil,
you, Weird.
you have entered into another dimension.
Yay!
Falling through an endless expanse of squares.
I missed something.
How about this for an idea? She got a real liking for like old antique bottles.
Bottles. Interesting.
Yeah, how bottles
No
back in the
news yet,
day
Liam.
were like real thick glass with some real nice ornamentation on them, could look in strange shapes and whatnot.
Say no more. We have a selection of authentic Victorian bottles that I know that you'll love.
Thank you, Top Maru. So what would happen if a blank was infused with warp energy where their soul should be? It wouldn't happen. It can't happen. A blank is like oil on the water of the immaterium. They can't absorb any soul energy. They don't have a soul to begin with. They have an absence of that. They just literally can't. They cannot be corrupted. They cannot be infused with warp energy. You going to do the orc, human, elf, assassin hybrid? No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not. No, Troy, that is not happening. I'm not even going to talk about it.
And if that's a little bit pricey, we have some less authentic but rather accurate looking bottles of the same make.
That's nice. I'll take a look at that. Give me just a second.
Sure thing. I'll be here.
That's awesome. Bill and Sybil, you have entered into another dimension. You are falling through an endless expanse of squares and through a multifaceted void of information.
So if you forgot what happened with Bill and Sybil, they both went and surfed the web. They were going to surf the World Wide Web, and it was nice. Thank you, Hobbit. The way I see it, Bill follows Tzeentch, Sybil follows Nurgle. Both true. Parker follows Slanesh, Samson follows Korn. Accurate. Thank you, Weird. There's a story about Erebus making a demon blank. Yeah, but there was also a story about an inquisitor named... Sewer Goblin!
You are floating, you are floating, you are falling, and you are floating.
What did you do? What did you do? What did you do?
The monkey is just zooming around with his hands. He's just trying to grab onto something. There's nothing to grab onto. And eventually, whoosh, you hit ground after falling for what feels like 87 stories.
Nice.
And you're not harmed.
Ooh.
Instead of a ground, it's more like it's just black, with the exception of these green lines affording some sort of rudimentary geometry to proceedings. Things here don't feel hot or cold or anything. You all feel very, very strange right now, actually. Not bad, just strange.
Ooh, okay. We're in the computer. Well, okay, that's just, if we're in the computer, it's just data, right? Can make sense of this.
No.
Totally cool. Totally
How are you gonna
chill.
How are you gonna make sense of this? You fell into Windows, and the bad thing is you're in Windows Vista. You're fucked.
I'm definitely not about to shit myself right now. I'm going to take a moment to just kind of focus my mind with my familiarity with the technological and the ins and outs of this is my computer, I'm assuming. So I'm just going to kind of extend my consciousness a little and try to get a beat on what this place is. Maybe where it might be geographically, or just like what the general vibe of the place is.
Sure.
I'd like to use a little bit of mind and possibly some correspondence.
You'd like to use
Yes,
here's-
they are Twitter.
Okay. Well,
Indeed.
correspondence might be useful here. If you're just kind of focusing and you're trying to access that part of you that so quickly brought you away from danger during your awakening, go ahead and make me a Arate roll.
Sure. Could I possibly reduce my difficulty?
You're already
with,
difficulty 4.
Gotcha.
Can I make it 1?
Ooh. All right. So is this purely correspondence?
Whatever you wanted to use, this is. So it's correspondence mind.
Yeah, mind is my affinity. So would that be 2 successes?
We'll call it 2 successes, yeah. You reach out around you, and your sense of space, you feel this place just almost rising in your mind's eye, and it comes to you just layered. Around you, you realize these lines are not lines at all, and echoing within your skull, you instead see them for what they are. And
Too much time spent on the Pirate Bay. Pull the lever, Kronk, the wrong lever. Another question, what happens when the blank enters the warp? Nothing. Nothing. As long as they're behind a Geller field, nothing happens to them. If they get ejected from the ship, they're just going to float through the warp until they die, and there's going to be a whole bunch of things just trying to stay away from them. They're just trying to stay away from them at all costs. Every demon in the warp is just trying to avoid them flat out. Weird, thank you. The hybrid assassin will be a quick 5-minute vid. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. Liam. Oh, Liam explained it to him. Avalon. I see a blank just skipping happily through a ship while everyone is screaming. What if there was an orc blank that went into the... Dude, that's just too much. What happens when an orc weird boy gets the air blank? Okay. I don't think I've ever seen an example of that. I really, really don't. I'm not sure there has been an example of that, but I got a feeling that the blank would somehow, in some way, magnify the orc weird boy's power, because with the orcs, you never really know what they're gonna do. You never really know what's gonna happen when you include orcs into the thing. Just not at all. Mabel, thank you, Atok. Oh god, Atok Maru. Jetto Jedi, Mabel from Gravity Falls to make a funny
Ray,
I'm moving on.
Very tiny, scurrying
Yes, Liam.
creatures all hoisted above this intricate weave that resembles a grid of information. These tiny little, almost like spiders. That just hum and buzz and leap back and forth,
Data spikers. Yeah.
and forth on the grid around you. Directly above you, you see from where you fell this spiraling effect as this impossibly tall ceiling just extends forever, and those tiny creatures become more and more pronounced as the squares are truly webs, and on these webs are an array of just strange, unearthly arachnids, just doing some unknowable and impossible task on this tapestry.
Holy shit. It's kind of alive.
This is, I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking freaking out right now. It's all...
The first rational thing I've heard so far. First rational thing I've heard. Seeing as blanks don't affect faith, I don't let them see the effect of wall energy. Yeah, but weird boys aren't... They harness wall energy, but wall energy is not so much about faith. Not so much. Salsa verde
connected.
spiders? Nice.
Yeah.
The threads are just different shapes. The internet's no different. It's all strings of information. Strings all the way down. Oh my god, Plank was right.
And half of these strings are porn.
Okay. I don't really know what you mean by
my
that,
God.
but I think I get it.
It's all strings, Sybil.
Yeah.
It's everything is like
Connected.
it's all like filaments of potential, like a web of possibility.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
they vibrate and interact with each other. And if you know how to stick your fingers in it and make the right chords, things happen. Whatever this is, the computer, the internet, it's not a series of tubes. It's a tapestry. It's all the same.
I put a hand on his shoulder. It's like the brain.
Is it what?
It's like the mind, the brain. Okay, hold on. Fuck, I'm getting carried away. Okay, we probably need to actually focus on leaving here. As much as I'm sure we would love to set up shop and just kind of live in the internet forever, I don't really think that's feasible. I don't know if I can make that rent.
Quickly, get out of there. The porn is rapidly expanding.
Did I get an impression, speaker?
Yes.
Of a possible way to advance out of this place? Like, I got a sense of its structure. Do I have, like, an idea of where we might be able to traverse?
Yes, actually, you do. And this realization comes to you at the same time this massive form looms overhead. In front of you, around you, behind you,
Doom, doom, doom.
above you, you see a particular series of words. You see, gentle viewers and readers of the Hidden Gazette, I must now inform you about the tragic passing of such and so and so and so, and you realize all around you, towering over you like the largest skyscraper, is the missive that you sent, Bill, on the Hidden Gazette's homepage. You're there somehow.
Oh.
And Sybil, you get the idea that this area you're in, a relatively simple cube, is just one pixel in a much larger tapestry that is that post. And it may be possible somehow for you to find a way out of it.
Bill, I think we're in your website.
We're in the Hidden Gazette.
Yeah, you see the words.
Yeah, no, I see it. If we're stuck there, I'm worried.
Don't go looking into the dark corners of the internet history. Don't do it, Sybil. You'll be better off never knowing.
Don't get out. This thing is not put together well. We really don't know how to write code.
No
That's
shit.
okay. Seems like our arachnid friends
Hey,
are
but
taking
thank
care
you,
of at
bud.
least of a little bit of it.
As you talk, a little clip appears in front of you all.
Oh,
Hello, welcome to the Hidden Gazette homepage. How can I help you?
Hi. Who might you be?
I'm here to help you.
Okay. Sweet. Awesome.
oh God, I didn't realize this is what they were talking about. You piece of shit, you haunt me still. You haunted my high school years. You haunted my early adulthood. Will you just die?
What do you mean?
Are you trying to go somewhere, or do something, or write something, or view our various contact information, or view our
Hobbit, is this the name of Zinch or a Necron mainframe? No, no, no. This is not Zinch. This is not Necron. This is Erebus.
various magazine, or view our various website, or view our various places, or view our various homepage, or view our various.
Aw, did your code fuck with his brain?
No, he's just... Again, the whole thing about bad coding, it's like that all the way down. Neither one of us really did that.
You know, I know a handful of things about that. Maybe I can help you there. So, we would like to get out of this place, please.
Okay, we noticed that you are trying to get out of this place, please, sir. How can I help you?
Can you get us out of the computer?
Error.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, it's not a very complex bot. It's just kind of there to act like it does something.
Does Bigfoot exist? Find these several articles that link to various sources claiming the existence of Bigfoot.
It's not very good, I'm being honest.
Oh
I'm
my
just going
God.
to assume Bigfoot is real and move on with my day. That's just the kind of day we're having.
3 doors, blue, manifest suddenly in this black void, each leading to a different cited source.
Oh. Okay, so that'll traverse us around the internet here. I'm gonna look to the monkey. All right, bud.
Whew.
Oh my God, you can't speak English. I'm talking to a monkey. Why did you feel the need to put us in here? Is something going on?
He just looks at you with these innocent eyes of an ape.
Bro, those ain't innocent.
I'm going to make deep
It's a chimpanzee, okay?
eye contact.
No.
And I am going to attempt to, using my understanding of the human mind, he's not a human, he is certainly a monkey, but I feel like I want to be able to glean his intent, his meaning from behind his innocent eyes. I'm going to roll Arate.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to use a mind effect to discern what he is trying to communicate with me.
So you're just trying to empathize with this creature. You're trying to understand how it connects to you and you connect to it.
Yes, let's rationalize with the chimpanzee that pulled an eagle on us.
Indeed.
Alrighty then, roll me some arete.
Alrighty. So difficulty 4?
Yep.
Ah. No dice.
It's monkey.
Oh no.
Monkey.
Monkey.
Little buddy, you got us in here. Why? We need to get out. We have to move the RV. We've got to go. Why would you bring us in?
It walks up to Clippy and it just starts slapping him.
Would you like to understand? Queen of England is the... And by the way, this is how many people died in the Battle of the Somme.
He keeps changing the input until finally he slaps his hand down once and for all and...
Giant squid.
Giant squid?
Giant squid?
Giant
What?
squid.
Are you hungry?
Would you like to know more about giant squid?
I would love to know more about giant squid.
Door opens up leading to the Wikipedia article for giant squid.
Well, you think we got anywhere else to go?
Anywhere that takes us out.
All right, take me to the article for giant squid.
Oh, actually, little buddy, can you make the post go out? I don't think we can make it go out to anybody else other than the webpage, but if we can, put that video, wherever, cause a bit of problems for them to track it down, it might throw a little bit of heat off of us.
Monkey looks at you with monkey eyes and monkey brain.
I can maybe try to make sure that things are encoded. I don't really know how to do it from here, but
Thank you, Top Maru. Question, how strong would the blank have to be to affect the Scots? To affect them? In the warp itself? Stronger than the Emperor. Stronger than the Emperor.
Clippy, can you pull me up a virtual keyboard?
Okay.
The shittiest possible 1990s computer keyboard is arrayed for your pleasure.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. My kind of thing.
It comes preloaded with Dorito dust in between the keys.
And I'm going to attempt to just sort of digitally cover Bill's tracks here. I'm gonna try to, mask the IP, kind of like make it so that anybody looking into this doesn't just have a big red arrow indicating where the fuck we went.
So you want could you repeat what you just said?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to kind of encrypt the video that Bill was trying to post.
How are you going to do that?
I have a programming speciality.
That is true.
So I'm assuming that.
But you're also in a very peculiar place. You see, your programming speciality is with like computers in like the world. You are in a computer that is the world. And while you know how to encrypt something, you don't really know how to traverse or operate or do any of that here. So I'm going to go ahead and make it difficulty 9 for you. You can still attempt to.
I do have 2 dots in hypertech. I do not know
that
if
does not apply
here.
Yeah, I don't think it would.
All right, I am going to spend a willpower. It's a decent dice pool, but I'm not taking my chances. What the
Oh, goody!
Oh, that's no successes, but it is not a botch because of my willpower.
We're sorry. We cannot...
There is an explosion. Clippy dies.
Yes! Yes! Die! Die, you asshole!
Clippy! You fucking killed Clippy!
The detonation reverberates out. You guys are going to take... Let's see. No lethal electric damage, thankfully, as you are propelled forward into the air, back through the squares. There's a whole discombobulation. Everything is breaking.
Oh no!
Back at the antique shop, Samson, you've been perusing these various Victorian bottles for about 15, 20 minutes.
And Parker will not shut up about them either. Right, like he's gone off on a tangent about like how like the sort of weird shit that the Victorians would get into and how they loved their weird sciences.
But basically, Samson's just thinking to himself, man, I don't have to keep shit busy. This guy's doing it all on his own.
So you're essentially watching as Parker, he's like, this is the year, this is the vintage, this is the date, this is where it came from. And to you, it's just like, wah, 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 wah.
He's able to keep his attention on it and look like he is interested in what Parker is saying, primarily as a means of, again, keeping him distracted. He, with Parker's permission, will pick up a couple glasses and look them over if Parker will let him, of course.
Oh, yes, Parker.
No, Nathan, Clippy can die. Clippy can just die. We don't care about Clippy here. Clippy is a bastard.
Allows this easily.
All right. That sounds great. Sybil, Bill, you're flying through the electric storm. The enormous intellectual web, this horrible radiating static blast has just propelled you all, destroyed this landscape around you, and you're flying and floating up, and you're watching as these small little insects, they boom, 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 rev right past you. You're moving up and through this kaleidoscopic whirlwind of energy and information and madness and just...
And porn! Anyhow, Maru, you're not annoying me, bud. You have to know, would a blank be able to affect a demon prince or greater demon? It had to be a strong one, but yes. It had to be a strong one, but yes. Any sister of silence would be able to have a massive effect on them. Just saying.
Such strange momentum, and it's insane.
I haven't even...
So Samson and Parker, have you decided?
Caden, I haven't even looked at it yet, bud.
On a Victorian bottle yet.
Samson is, again, here to really just buy as much time as possible. And while he does seriously consider a couple bottles, he places them very gingerly back in their receptacles and motions over to Parker and is just like, yeah, these are a little high on a college student's budget. Got anything else?
Oh, of course. So he leads him over to some, to what? Oh, I know. There is a table that is specifically labeled forgery.
Oh,
It
good.
is. And Parker starts to explain, I went and studied to become an archaeologist, and when I came back, I looked over everything in the shop, and I was able to note quite a few forgeries. And for some of them, I was able to find the story behind their forgery.
Oh, God.
Now, of course, they can't sell them for terribly much, given that they're not the real deal, but the art of forgery is fascinating. And so he picks up a necklace that is, and he goes off about how this was supposed to fool a king, right? Like this was made, and then the king discovered that it was a forgery. And then there was like he picks up another one that looks similar that was meant to fool like a 1960s businessman, right? And he bought it not knowing, and at one point it was sold for tens of thousands of dollars until it was realized it was a forgery, and now it's selling for $10 here.
You actually have attracted Samson's attention for a moment, as you mentioned that you have a rather extensive background in identifying forgeries in this situation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so on that whole forgery business, see, I got this basketball here. He's gonna unsling his bag and retrieve from it a basketball. We're not gonna bounce it in the shop.
As you go in to get it, you get a text message.
Yep, one sec. Kill, check what the text message reads.
Someone is sending you an attachment. Text message just reads.
Nice.
And there's an attachment linked to it. It's being sent from unknown number.
Am I tech savvy enough to not fall for the Nigerian prince scam?
Are you?
What would I roll?
This is a question for you and God.
Samson is not a rube, I don't think. Not intentionally. But he would probably just be a little bit perplexed by it. But he'll get to that in 1 second. He just wants to talk about the basketball for a second, because that's more important than any weird attachment that might have been sent to him,
just 1 second, real quick. Sybil and Bill falling, screaming. It's crazy. The monkey's terrified. All right, continue your conversation.
I picked up this basketball a while back. It's got a signature from a fella named. This is gonna sound dumb. At first, I thought this was like, Magic Johnson. The basketball player, right?
Sure, I've heard of him.
Yeah, I thought it was a signed basketball from him, but dig this. And he spins it around to show that it does not read Magic Johnson, but rather Magic James.
Huh. Okay, so what do you want to know about it?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about anyone called Magic James, right?
I wouldn't know anyone specifically, but there are plenty of directories.
Well, hold on a second.
Hmm.
You might.
Maybe.
Ooh, okay.
You might know
Magic
about a
James.
Magic James.
Okay.
What about Rick James, bitch?
Give me intelligence, athletics.
Ooh.
Difficulty
Intelligence, athletics. Okay.
Difficulty 6.
And is my I have recall on it because I have 4 points.
Yeah, this will fit your specialization. So you will,
yeah.
10s will not pop. They will just be 2 successes.
All right. Ooh.
Oh, jeez. Or
So 4. Jeez.
Damn.
you're actually quite familiar with Magic James. He
You now
was
require Speaker
a
D as your GM
mysterious
Hobbit.
basketball player. Not necessarily in that no one knew who he was or whatever, but more that he was a super talented guy back in like the 60s. And then one day he went climbing up a mountain and has never been heard from again. But there are occasional
I know, Nathan. I'm a terrible person.
of Magic James. And he's sort of viewed as more of a cryptid these days, but people sort of think he's alive in the same way people think Andy Kaufman's alive.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to gesture and ask if I can hold it.
Yeah, sure. Just don't stab the damn thing. And I'm just gonna take a look at this text real quick.
Yeah, sure.
He passes the basketball and he goes to open the attachment.
The attachment has had more text sent. This one says,
So it's H and a bunch of
No,
A's?
it's just a bunch of A's.
Nice.
How far down does it scroll as he flicks his thumb across
It
the
doesn't-
screen, trying to get it
It
to
scrolls
go
down for a little bit, but it stops. And then another message it says the user is typing.
What the fuck? Who's texting?
And then it sends again.
Samson puts the phone in his hands, and with his thumbs, he does the triple tapping to like get the letters to appear, and he says, "Can I help you?" Spelled with just the U.
All right. Sybil and Billy, you're falling through the infinite vortex of the digital web.
Everybody's still falling through here. Oh my god. I think I killed Clippy. You killed Clippy. Society's going to fall.
Then
No, it's
all
not.
of a sudden, the world changes, and you're no longer in the area that you were in. Instead, you find yourself in this gray background with these enormous characters flying by. And these ones say, "Can I help you?" And you're still falling like you're falling from a building.
Yes, please get us out of here. Oh my god.
You get a text back, Samson. Yes, please get us out of here. Oh my god.
He's just gonna
I
stare
love
at it.
this.
Parker, can't help himself, kind of like tilts his head up and is like, "Everything all right?"
Yeah, I think I'm just getting, I'm getting what's called a prank text. You ever gotten someone just texting you randomly and it's just like
Oh
joke?
God, all the time.
He'll just type in how ?
You guys are falling still through the text thing, and these things fly back. And then there's a response. These other letters that you're falling down by just say HOW ?
How the fuck are you talking? Who are you talking to?
Don't you see the big letters flying by? Somebody is talking to us.
All right, so these next two text messages, Samson, say, "Who are you talking to?" And then the next one says, "What do you mean, who am I talking to? There are these big letters flying by. They're talking to us."
Caden,
I think
5 was the last
someone's
one I
using
played.
some kind of like speech to text dictation thing, and it ain't working too
Oh
good.
God, those are so finicky. I had a few professors that insisted on using those for emails, and half of the words weren't correct.
So as you guys are falling, you notice something in this new white void. These sinuous threads begin falling down. And then all of a sudden, while you're falling, two creatures are crawling. These pointy, inhuman, big mandibled, horrific spiders that are the size of trucks,
It's the wiki feed articles. They're being created. Everybody run.
making their way for you.
Okay. Oh, okay. Spiders. Those are really. Normally I love spiders, but these are just wow.
So this new text says, "Okay, wow, spiders. Normally I really like spiders, but these are just wow.
Whoever is on the other end of this, please just help us out. There's big fucking spiders. I think they're web crawlers. I don't know. That
Oh,
seems the
God.
most plausible explanation. Just get us out of the fucking computer.
Samson, you're not gonna believe what the next two texts say.
Yes. Simpson, however, has closed his phone and put it back in.
All right, would you like to continue?
Yeah, of course. So Parker, just as he's putting his phone away, begins. He says, "Actually, I do know who Magic James is.
Really?
Magic James was a player, incredibly good in the 60s, but then one day he decided he was going to climb a mountain, and he hasn't been heard from since. Occasionally people will say that they've spotted him, and if he is still around, and if we can match the signature to him, then it could be perhaps not complete proof, but a piece of evidence to prove that he is still around. I have connections.
Yeah, I got it. I got it off of eBay.
You got it off of eBay. Well, okay. First thing is figuring out how old this basketball is to give a range of how old this signature could be, and then of course you need to figure out if the signature is legitimate, but I could contact people.
Yeah.
Nice.
So slight side thing.
Sure. And then Parker hands the basketball back.
He'll just tuck it under his arm as he fishes for his phone again to just see what the fuck it's saying. Yeah, I've been using this thing for years, and it is like I've gone to refill it a couple times, just out of habit, because it's a good thing to keep these things usual PSI.
Sure.
It ain't never leaked.
Really?
Yeah. It's the weirdest damn...
Bill and Sybil, you might be able to guess how your day is going right now by this point.
It's Wiki Feet, and it's the hub. Oh, God help us all. Tomaru, thanks, bud. So what is the difference between a blank and a null? They're one and the same, dude. They're really one and the same. They're just different levels of power in like a blank and a null. Blank, null, pariah, they're all the same thing. So basically, every human has a soul. Every human has the ability to, in some way, influence or use the warp, whether they know it or not. Even the most unsensitive person to the warp has an effect on the warp, except for blanks. Blanks are just dead spots in the warp. They're essentially, like I said, they are drops of oil in the water that is the warp. In fact, when blanks are born, most blanks are killed in infancy. Just saying. Most blanks are killed in infancy because people will try to kill them. Something is wrong with them. Psychers have a extremely violent reaction to them because they're literally anathema to psychers. I'm just saying.
You're falling. Would you guys like to do anything to try and right yourself as these two enormous spiders skitter towards you menacingly?
Yeah, kind of.
Shut up,
I'm going
Ahmed.
to try to attempt to get another feel for this place. Just reach out my senses once more that seemed to have worked in the past. My familiarity with all things digital. I'm going to just try to.
Yeah, that might work if you.
True, Otakmaru. True.
You could still do that at.
Otakmaru said it, so if enough people think that they can make corn a big titty demon. Technically, Athena is the aspect of corn, so there you go.
Heavily increased difficulty, but it might be in your best interest to try to find some way to right yourself before doing that.
That is also true. Yeah, I'll just attempt to just get a hold of the free fall. Look for anything we can possibly grab hold of. Just anything to slow our descent.
Well, you might be in luck. Bill, I assume you're going to try and do the same thing.
Yeah, actually, given that my current understanding of the situation is that if everything is thread-like and tied together by these same similar filaments, even if it's lines of code, it's still threads at the end of the day, at least to Bill's perception. Even if not going to try and grab on these filaments to bring himself to a stop, even running his hand along as he's falling down, trying to get a kind of read of, I guess, the filament of itself. If these are intrinsically connected to these spider-like creatures or fucking internet spiders, whatever they are.
This feels like reading Neuromancer while Antiques Roadshow is playing on TV.
No, this is literally just Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, but it's going through Antiques Roadshow. That's all.
There you go.
So, that's actually really good. Weirdly enough, your paradigm fits perfectly for this situation. I will allow you to make me an Arate roll at normal difficulty. With that search.
Absolutely. No.
You're wrong, because your difficulty is 4.
Ooh.
Because you're only using a Arate 1 Sphere 1 effect. And as you kind of try to reach out for the interconnectedness of things, you spot a thread that immediately connects you with the texting prompt of a phone. Oh. And if you were able to reach out, or someone was able to reach out and grab it, they might be able to slow the descent.
How close is this? Is it feasibly grabbable within his
It
reach,
is feasible.
where you have to kind of like... Alright, Bill's gonna grab for that thread, because right now it's the one thing that might help them not get eaten.
Alrighty then. Go ahead and make me a Dex or Strength Athletics. I would say
I will do
Strength for this one.
Thank you. I was gonna reason strength as well.
Okay.
Athletics. Very funny. It's a pretty good dice pool.
All right, with 2 successes, as you fall, you reach out and you grab, and it slides against the flesh of your palm. As you do, you feel this tendril, you feel the creatures that are humming now beneath your grip, and you're able to slow yourself before you realize you are currently hanging on to the very end of the attachment label in a texting mobile phone. And the monkey is going to try and grab onto you.
This is how Hokey loses his monkey.
Wow. Atop Maru, so Necron's technically blanks, and what are the Catan? Okay, that's a huge question. That's a huge question. Necrons are not technically blanks. They just don't have souls. Their souls were devoured, so they're just machines. The Catan, star gods, more or less.
Oh, God,
Thank you,
please
Tamaru.
don't let him fucking die.
The monkey is able to grab onto your leg
Yay!
and reach out a hand for you, Sybil.
What am I rolling to grab onto the monkey?
This is
Dex Athletics.
Okay, Dex. That's slightly better. I still have no dots. in
That's
athletics.
awesome. Difficulty 7.
I'm spending a willpower.
Okay, that makes sense. I would send a willpower 2 if I were you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pop that 10.
Okay, I guess I didn't need to.
It's good that you did with 3 successes. Oh, you
Oh.
grab onto the monkey's arm.
Thank you, Agent.
And you're hanging here by the attachment label, just barely holding on, and you look up and you see these spiders are still coming for you guys.
Wiki
Okay,
feet
one problem down, one problem down.
and the hub are coming for you.
I need you to trust me, Sybil. It's kind of a Hail Mary here.
You know what? I don't see any other options in front of us, so just go for it.
Okay.
I'm hoping that Bill has enough reach with his arms to, with his free hands, slap the label that says send attachment. And hope to God that it pulls him out.
You slap the label down. Samson, you've received another attachment on your phone.
Nice.
Oh boy, what the hell is this? He's gonna like go both thumbs on. He's just gonna open it up.
You open it, and you see a man, a monkey, and a woman holding on for dear life in sheer terror, looking up at something.
Is it a
I could say so much. I could say so much.
picture?
Yeah, it's a picture.
And I don't keep up with fucking internet pranks and shit.
Oh, what is this?
Your phone explodes in this enormous burst of energy as flying out from your phone, 3 people crash into the side of the antique store, and I need them to make me a Dex Athletics to see how well they land.
Oh, God. All right. 1 success for Sybil.
I think 2 successes for Bill.
All right.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
the monkey's got, I think, 7 dice.
No, he's at 8.
Holy fuck.
Oh, monkey chilling.
chilling.
Yeah.
All right, you fly out of the phone, crashing into some of the antique displays around you. Fortunately, uninjured, but very much out of the computer as well.
Yay!
What the fuck?
We're back. We're back in the real world.
Oh my God.
Sybil, you okay? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. You good, Bill?
Well, I'm good.
Samson has raised his fucking basketball over his head, ready to spike it.
You're that motherfucker! You almost let me get eaten by fucking internet spiders!
Parker is like running back into the back of the store at this point.
Yeah.
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 Rational reaction.
Are you just like full tilting, sprinting?
Yeah, he's just
9901. Oh, look at that one right there. Yeah.
like, we're under attack. I'm ducking and covering.
Samson is backing.
That is so funny.
Like,
Yeah, Sybil, you see the guy behind the store just break into a full-on sprint and go to the back of the shop. And now your friend Bill and this stranger are now yelling at each other. Please proceed.
Okay. Stop. Hold up. Pause.
Pause what? You guys just broke my fucking phone and also appeared out of my phone. What the fuck is this? What the fuck are you?
Hi, I'm Sybil. I'm a person, believe it or not. And we fell...
I am a mystical creature called the Women.
Oh my god, you're not gonna believe this. I'm gonna sound insane. We fell into the computer,
Hey,
and
Witch Fister.
apparently we got email to you?
Something happened like that?
Listen, I'm still trying to make sense of it. We fell into a computer, some shit happened, there were digital spiders everywhere. They're kind of cute, actually.
Cuteness aside, they tried to, I think, eat us?
Possibly.
She blew up Clippy, so I think Clippy is dead forever.
I didn't mean to.
But it's okay, because we're not dead.
We're not dead.
We're not dead.
Holy cow.
Your RV is still back at my place.
I have no idea where we are. Where the hell are we?
In an antique store. And you guys just made a mess of the poor guy's antiques.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, so
What are
sorry.
you apologizing to me for? He just ran out in the back. He's fucking a shotgun.
Parker at this point is peeking around the corner.
Hi. Sorry about your store.
We didn't intend to be here. We didn't intend to be where we were before, but sorry about the antiques.
I can't really blame Parker for running like a bitch right now. I really can't, because he was sitting there talking about basketball with somebody, and then all of a sudden a fat guy that believes in conspiracy theories, a goth girl, and a monkey appeared. I mean, I don't know what comes after those three things show up, but it can't be anything that you want to see on the 6 o'clock news.
Parker steps out at this point.
Happy
and
birthday,
he's
Witch Fister.
Quietly
Hey, Val.
taking inventory of what has just happened. Not certain what to do, he grabs a broom and he starts sweeping.
That seems a very reasonable response to what just happened here.
No.
Honestly,
not at all. What the fuck?
look, I'm just thankful he didn't just fucking blow my head off with a shotgun.
Yeah, I seconded.
Oh, yeah. On that note, Samson's going to spike his ball at Bill's head.
The monkey is annoyed by this and crawls forward before standing in front of Bill protectively thereafter.
Just getting him back for almost hitting me with the damn car.
You already broke my fucking rear view. Do you need to hit me too?
Yeah.
If you're going to fight, do it outside so I can clean up this fucking mess.
All right. We don't need to fight here. Let's all just take a second to calm down. Things are very strange
Yes.
right now. Very sorry to disturb the two of you. Should we be going?
We probably should be going. I mean, I don't know what's going on back at your place. We probably should get back to the RV.
Do you guys even know where you are right now? Besides in a pawn shop?
Antique store.
Antique store?
Where in the country are we? In the world?
Here in Norfolk.
Oh, fuck. Okay, good. Whew,
Yeah.
We didn't go far. Whew. Okay. Probably like a short taxi ride back from the studio. I'm gonna just look around. I'm gonna get a vibe of this
No,
place.
you're not. I would get your information, but I don't think our insurance covers people exploding phones.
Yeah, I feel like there's a reason why we went to this guy's phone specifically, beyond just serendipity and really.
Right
bad
you
luck.
are, my dear.
Ah!
Opening the
Oh,
door
God.
is a purple-garbed gentleman with a large curly mustache, a pronounced mole, and the affect of a Las Vegas stage magician. Very
Yeah.
little in this world occurs by accident.
Oh God, not another one of them.
And this was all by design. Yeah, that was interesting.
This was not audible.
Okay.
This was not audible.
He loudly says,
This is Parker like leaning on his broom and like looking away and being like, "Oh God, not another."
You would recall this man, Samson, as Marvolo the
Yes.
Magnificent.
oh, he knows. He knows who this is. There you are.
Here I am.
Damn.
And a fine afternoon to all of you fair people. Don't worry about sweeping up the mess, old boy. I've got just the fix for you. Take a look at this. And he gestures his hand to the mess, Parker. What do you see?
I see an expensive mess.
How expensive?
I don't want to think about it.
How about a quarter?
A quarter.
That's right. He opens up his hand.
He steps over, takes a peek.
He gestures.
Like, so what is in his hand?
Nothing. He's gesturing for you to give him a quarter.
So, okay. You know, Parker, like, rolls his eyes, fishes out a quarter, and slaps it in his palm.
Thank you very much, good boy. Now, take a look at the mess now.
Takes a look around.
It's no mess. It's all fixed.
Parker looks at him. His face goes from annoyed to completely blank, and he is thinking. His eyes starts twitching a little bit as he looks around at the mess, trying to sort things. There's a lot going through his head, such as, does this man relate to the pile of concrete in the back?
Did they just see all this happen?
No, like the second you turn away, you look back, it's all fixed.
At this moment, Parker asks, who are you?
My name is Marvolo the Magnificent, though some call me Marvolo Fortinax. Bonnie.
Others call me Tim
Flambeau.
It's nice to know your name. I am Parker, but I'm afraid a name does not tell me much about you.
Well, that's to be expected. All of you, I'm sure, have quite a few unanswered questions. After all, you're the ones that have been causing the explosions all over town for the past 2 nights.
Explosions, like, Parker looks at the rest of you. Oh god, are you terrorists?
No! What the fuck? I'm an artist. I don't blow shit up.
So that's what you're calling it these
I don't know
days.
what the fuck he's on about. I'm trying to get answers out of
I
him.
didn't do anything in Norfolk. It was all out in the swamp.
Why would you blow up a swamp?
I didn't blow up a swamp.
Get out of my swamp!
Something else did.
He was being literary. Keep going.
Well, they were real explosions, but not literal explosions.
Literary.
You see, when people like us awaken, it's rather hard to miss. And the idea that 4 people would awaken right back to back to back to back around the same time, around the same night, why, that's hard to avoid notice. I'm sure you've all come to understand the attention that you've gained, hey, after what's happened?
Awakened. Sorry. Whoa.
Yeah, I think I could explain that one if you don't mind.
I think I owe you all, actually, the explanation, Samson, including yourself, who must say, welcome to the club. I'm very happy to see you here. I put a lot of stock in you, boy.
Yeah, about that. Samson's got a mild scowl on his face.
Why don't we discuss all of this over a cup of tea? Marvolo reaches for the door he came out of. He pulls it open, and inside there is a large purple satin dining room, furnished like an old noble house. And he gestures for you all to enter.
Parker turns around and shouts into the back, "Hey Dad, I'll be gone for a while."
Of course, son. Just what was that horrible noise? Everything all right?
Everything's fine.
Excellent. I can continue my bowel movement.
Enjoy. So Parker sets the broom against the wall and, without hesitation, accepts the invitation.
All right. Bill?
Bill will look down at the monkey. Bill will gesture for him to either grab his hand or kip up and get up on his back.
He'll grab your hand.
And we'll start heading in.
Sybil?
Guess I ain't got nothing else to do. Gonna get up, brush myself off, and just walk out.
Samson?
Samson's tucking the basketball into his bag, and he's gonna follow along.
And as you enter into the wizard's demesne, that is where we will call tonight's session.
Was that
Oh, yay!
just a dream? Was that
I love this theme. We're playing it again. I don't care.
Was that just in my head? That's just
I know, right, Hobbit?
Was that really just a dream? No, that's not how it feels.
So good. So good. Well worth it, guys. Well worth it.
Thank you for watching the premiere episode of the Norfolk Wizard game. We hope you continue to join us as we venture into the strange and bizarre world of Mage the Ascension and the equally alien Norfolk, Virginia.
Uh-huh.
The character of Bill Morgan is performed by the indescribable Hulky Crow. The character of Sybil Innswood is performed by the unstoppable Odoroshi. The character of Samson Tuttle is performed by the unflappable Erndil. The character of Parker Knickerbocker is performed by the unfathomable Frederick Knudsen. And I, Speaker D, have been your storyteller. Woo! Audio
Nice.
composition by Dr. White and Alfabusa, neither of whom get fun descriptors like the others, making them the unmentionable. And don't forget to check out myself, Odoroshi Rider, Erndil, and Hulky Crow in Narrative Declarations Rot Grind, as well as other Zoran the Bear-based TTRPG projects. You can find all of these things, again, on Narrative Declaration. Don't forget to follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/Alfabusa for sneak peeks at upcoming projects, behind-the-scenes insight, and also to placate the Zamisi antediluvian dwelling in the deep recesses of the New York subway system. Thanks again for watching. Take care.
Okay, there's more after the credits here, so just gonna let that go. Well,
Oh, how are we liking the session so far?
Oh, I am.
I adore it.
I'm gonna level with you. Like, there was a moment when Erndil was first entering the encampment, and like during that argument, I was sitting here and I'm like, oh god, I'm out of my depth.
No, you are.
Like everyone else here, like I have mostly, for the history of tabletop gaming, been a GM. I have almost never been a player, and so like being a player, I'm like, oh no,
yeah.
oh, no.
Oh no no no!
Oh no!
Listen, the only reason I'm even able to do those arguments that good is not because I'm a player. It's because I also GM most of the time.
Man.
I spend a lot of time talking to myself when players are trying to get information. It happens.
Fair.
I think you're doing great. I think you're doing marvelous, actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everybody's doing amazing so far. This is very fun.
Okay. I mean, I'm having a fucking blast, you guys. Like,
Yeah.
I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous, but I am absolutely loving this. Also, you guys does this with fingers. Ooh.
Ooh.
No, stop it.
No, I adore Parker so far. Just the tonal whiplash between, oh, I love my runny eggs and I love my dad, and I'm so glad I killed this man.
He's excited that he's not dead.
Unworthy bastard.
Yeah, this dude, he's not dead. He's not dead. His Parker's. Am I allowed to share my concept?
Of course.
My concept is capped volcano.
Oh, yes.
Very epic.
I love that.
So he's very calm, right? He's been through college, and then he had to like stop partway through getting his master's to come back and help his family with their antique shop. And so it's like there's this sort of like resentment, but he loves his dad, but there's also this resentment for like, you know, he couldn't go out and do what he really wanted to do, which was like become an archaeologist. And so like there's lots of swirling emotions.
I am so excited for him to go stupid, go crazy.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I've been so excited to play him.
I'm gonna go take a quick walk around and hopefully get the other side of this.
I gotta stretch my legs. Real
Just let us know
fast.
when you're back. But I'm
I'll be
back.
quick. I just need to wait until it actually does because I've been breathing through one nostril. It pisses me
that
off.
sucks.
If any of you are currently breathing through both right now, don't you ever take it for granted. I'll be right back.
I think you're doing fantastic, Frederick. Honestly, I've been like really nervous this session, especially. I feel like early on it was a little like, okay, and you go to the house and you get the cork board and you go to the car and it's like, oh God, am I losing it? Am I a fraud? Do I not exist? And then being able, like, I feel like past that early part, we found more of a footing. I feel like your segments are all fantastic. You're playing them great. Bill's great. You're great, Frederick. And I'm really happy to have a table of such good characters. Yours especially. You take the reins and you run with them in really interesting ways, Fred. He's dead. He died in the shower.
No.
I can't believe Frederick
He didn't
Vincent
hear
is dead.
anything I just said. That's so funny.
Fred in the ground.
Frederick doesn't exist anymore.
Get
At
out of here,
Tanagra.
Frederick. You're dead. You don't exist anymore.
We got a theory about magic
Oh?
and miracles.
Ooh.
That's what I'm going to name the episode. We got a theory about magic.
But Clippy's dead, and we're
That'd be a good
happy.
episode. What do you think? I'm thinking of episode names, right? I'm thinking, we got a theory about magic and miracles. I'm thinking,
The killing of Clippy. Yes.
keyboard monkey.
Keyboard monkey.
Code
Code
Monkey.
monkey. Yeah, code monkey.
I'm liking the first one so far.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Avenel, you have a nice
I
day.
originally was
bud.
going to name this episode.
Enjoy
I put
the
on my Robin Wizard hat.
VOD.
I feel really bad because I feel like when Winchester was talking to Erndil,
Did he say I grabbed my wizard hat? That is an old reference.
she was just kind of like ranting at him. But like I figured that they were both really emotionally compromised. Wynn's bad at this.
All right, headset back on. I'm
Welcome
back.
back.
Can't believe Bill, Sybil, and the monkey are all partaking in the hit G4 Tech TV show Code Monkey.
True.
Nice.
Nightmare show. But it also fits because that was around. I think it was around the time.
God, this is
Code Monkey.
This is so doofy in the best way.
Oh no, Code Monkeys was 2007. Damn it.
Didn't happen yet.
Didn't happen yet, and God forbid shouldn't happen ever. Code Monkeys sucked.
True.
Oh god damn it, the Sencha's out of reach. Give me a sec.
Ah, damn it. Very good.
I'm getting some chemical help. I have a long day today. After this, I'm doing some other shit too.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm thinking, we'll probably, I want to try and end it like right now when it ends, like when we get to an ending. I'm hoping to end it in the next half an hour.
Yeah. Like I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Like I'm and just FYI, I'm loving this.
I'm really glad.
No, I'm very engaged. In a way I haven't been playing. Like last time I was a player, it was really like it was kind of hard to pay attention. I'm just like riveted to this.
I'm really happy to hear that, man. That's really kind of you to say.
No, I am loving that. I'm fucking loving this. Yeah, let me get my sencha.
Fuck yeah, my fair chocolate.
It's been a blarst so far.
Very much so. I'm very much engaged.
I'm glad. I hope you guys are having fun. I feel like
My sinuses didn't explode.
I feel like early on I was like DMing a little rough wise just because I was so nervous. But
No, this is fantastic.
yeah, awesome.
Nice.
I'm pretty picky. I feel like oftentimes I like with a GM that kind of has trouble keeping things moving and like not providing good guidance, I kind of start to my mind starts to wander. But this is awesome. You are fantastic. Like also everyone else in this game is like an incredibly interesting person. So
yes, yeah,
this has been great. Everyone else here is just it's so much fun listening.
I'm really glad.
I'm glad you think that because you're going to be doing a lot more listening.
Fucking perfect.
For 7 years.
Perfect.
I return.
The Adventures of Samson
Carrot
Tuttle
chips.
and his inferior friends.
Oh,
I really
So
I really
true.
hope that this keeps going.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Ouch. Real quick, I was looking up Code Monkeys because I wanted to look up some more
Oh
information.
yeah, hell yeah.
I got given this fucking video thumbnail.
Oh my god.
Hell
That's gonna be Samson and a great antagonist. He's gonna have to
hate
fight the big
this.
booty cowboy businessman.
I'm really excited to see where Parker goes. I was really nervous because I felt like the character was the character concept. I felt like he was weak going in.
mm-hmm.
And then the awakening happened, and I'm just like, oh man. Because like Speaker did such a good job of just like really bringing that out, and I got scared that I wasn't going to be able to bring enough to the table to these games.
Oh, bro, don't even worry about it. You have been fantastic so far.
Okay, I'm like
Yeah,
I'm
you've been
really
doing great, Jimbo.
self-conscious.
Very much so.
Yes. It is understandable to be self-conscious. Everyone in here is self-conscious.
Yeah.
That's why we will. That's why we will collapse into a pile of fire and puke,
Nice.
rather than admit
Precisely.
that we are talented.
That's fair.
We do that.
I guess just like thank you for trusting me with this.
Of course.
I'll do my best not to disappoint you.
You
KGB purity.
cannot
Pick one, Witch Fister.
focus on having a good time, and you'll be doing the best thing you can do. And I'm really happy to have you here.
I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah.
So like when's the next session?
That's a great question.
Yes.
6 years.
Yes.
Hello everybody, this is me, Carl the Deranged again, coming at you after having screamed for 500 years. In this shit, what happens? In this episode, Speaker pronounced his domain wrong. I'll give this episode 5 out of 10, and it was really good.
Warpugs. X and chat, if you had a lot of fun with this. I am so glad I finally got around to checking this out. I'm so glad I got around to checking this out. This has been something that as soon as I saw it, I was just sitting there wondering, you know, I've been wanting to get back to doing live streams. So I used to do a fair amount of live streams. Hobbit, nobody knows, my guy. Nobody knows. No one has a clue. I used to do a fair amount of live streams, though. And I really, really wanted to, the long request section is the most packed out section right now. Personally, I can't wait until next week. I got a feeling I'm going to be scheduling a lot more stuff like this. Like I said, there's a lot of things I want to check out. I just don't know how I'm ever going to start doing it. But if I can do things like this, I'm going to be very, very happy. Warpugs, I miss playing games. I miss playing tabletop games. Tabletop games for me, the last time I played any kind of D&D, World of Darkness, anything like that, was well over 6 years ago. And I am sad that that part of my life is not happening right now. All things considered, I'm going to take off from here, Warpugs. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for everybody that's the engagement. This is the reason I really like doing live streams. I get so much engagement. Like, I get to actually talk to you guys and stuff like that. It's more fun watching stuff with somebody. I'm just saying. That's just the way it is. All things even, though. Tomorrow's shenanigans. I hope to see you guys there. I'm going to have a fair amount of fun in that. Witchfister, happy birthday, my guy. Happy birthday, my guy. You guys have a great night, okay? I will see everybody tomorrow for shenanigans. And then I'll see. I'm not sure what's going to happen during the weekend. I'm going to be editing a lot this weekend. I'm also going to be kicking off kind of a newer, I'm also going to be sitting there seeing if there's any way I can shorten the time in between these massive. The 5-minute lore is supposed to be short, but they're not short at all. They're huge. Especially this latest one I'm doing. I'm thinking about doing some shorter ones in between the 5-ishes and just making the joke FML of TLDR. It is, yeah. You guys have a great night, and I'll catch you guys next time.